if she's 2 months pregnant, she's into her 4th to 8th week.
Those symptoms begin to grow from the first month, and so fatigue steps in, nausea, the vomiting.
She may not have had anyone teach her how to be a mom.
Moodiness, change in taste and smell, headaches. It could be a lot of things.
She might just be finding out. So yeah, she probably could be having fear.
Of course, everyone's different physically, so it could be any of those things.
So this is all kind of a new idea and fresh.
You know, we're all human, and those thoughts can come to bring doubt or fear. Usual concerns, you know, the question would be, will I be a good mother?
And then in the 2nd month, and that's when she knows, and that's when the fear hits her.
I imagine she had some fears and some questions, concerns.
How is life going to be totally changed from this point?
You know, that's when, you know, Joseph decides he's going to divorce her, which obviously we don't know if they had a conversation about that, but he did have to come to her at some point and choose to stay with her, and they did have to talk about it at some point.
But I think overall, she was probably a very godly young lady, and that's why God chose to use her in that way.
However, complicated by the thought of the responsibility of raising, think about this, the actual Son of God. I mean, added to the normal questions and pressures that had to have crossed her mind.
And looking ahead, not knowing what this really is going to mean for her life. And okay, now I have the Lord's baby in me. I mean, yeah, I think there would be some fear of that, like making sure I don't do anything wrong. I mean, how delicate and how precious, what a delight, and what a real fear, you know.
I think God chose her because she trusted him in the first place, and because she loved him and she wanted to honor him.
Well, you know, you're in your 3rd month and you're preparing now. You know, you're starting to think ahead.
With all the changes that happen physically and mentally and emotionally, and of course then the financial piece, it's very important that they, well, first of all, don't feel alone, and they feel supported to know that in every change that's happening physically, mentally, emotionally, all of those changes, there is support.
I would still think there would be some preparation of caring for that child, and, you know, how that, you know, clothes and food.
She may not have had a good mom at home. She may not have had a good dad at home. She may not have had younger siblings and maybe never babysat, that type of thing.
Just to give her the confidence, because as she grows tired, as we're talking about in the 2nd month, the fatigue, you know, a lot of things can play into the mind that could cause her to doubt or question.
Looking ahead and wanting to make everything right, you know, making their home right.
Possibly could have a man who isn't interested in the baby, which puts a whole nother spin on it.
You know, they could slow down and just really connect and just love on this little baby and look forward. You know, maybe the preparation was more preparation of the heart, of just looking forward, of having this little one in their arms, imagining what they're going to look like.